Do you ever ask yourself what this message saying it means to be successful in life? Spoiler alert, it's not just the latest expensive car or the luxurious mansion that are album one, my inspiration and family. In this first part of our journey, we'll discover the 15 signals that help you understand that you are already there where many dream of. What it does require is a daydream of waking up not having to worry about money, doing what you like and have a happy, fulfilling life. Isn't it rather provocative to work with such signs for now? Try to recall your own experiences with these signs. Can you still claim that the pressure of debts is still pressing down on you? Are you racing to make the third stream of additional income? This should be a powerful, feel-good video and stir in you something that could change your life. Wait for it, because knowing these signs may surely bring you hope for a better tomorrow in your own life. Just provide an idea of life where you wake up with your own home, not having a landlord to come and forcefully mention your increased rent. Being your own landlord is greater than mere financial status. It is tantamount to a status symbol of success in life. When a person owns all rights to his house, he is not only investing wisely but also creating the environment that contributes to person's development and stability. Such permanency fosters stability and helps develop a living arrangement that facilitates people to want to enhance their lives without worrying about the next move or insecure housing conditions. For example, think how the small corner with the books or a garden can make your house into a safe haven of personal style and hope. It is about forcing a better life out of a defining moment to find hope in the things to come, even where there might not appear to be any, as far as Sebold's postcard is concerned. But as we also embark on this journey, it is important to know that owning your home is just the first question of the financial liberation that will follow. The key is being able to be debt-free. It is never fun having a weight on your back like a backpack on a long hike, but being free from debts is refreshing. When a person is relieved from burdens of debts like mortgage or credit card, bills or loans, it means he or she is not only fully and finally liberated financially but also sets the stage for many possibilities to cultivate personal growth and coping strategies or strengths. Just think how it would be to save for a dream vacation, invest in dreams and life's passions without struggling with monthly payments. For instance, through setting a financial plan where people save money and live a financially responsible life, is something that gives joy. This new freedom means making money in ways that are congruent with values and goals. It is about creating a better life where every dollar spent you decide on where they go, not because you have to pay them. When looking at the many roads to self-improvement, one of which is free from debts, which will be the basis to the next phase towards financial prosperity. You are even able to earn more than the average lifetime income, which is quite a milestone that would utter volumes about one's financial savvy and hard work. When a person is able to get this level of achievement, it is as much success in quantifiable terms and also a virtue of personal development in the wake of opportunities and unearths of odds. Picture this. While others are just surviving, you are booming. It gives you the chances to receive value and create value in your life. For example, think about looking for other sources of income in form of the side hustle, or better yet an investment in real estate or business or stocks that will be able to offer better returns in the future. It is more than improving your financial status, but enabling you to live a better life full of options. Of course, it has to do with making money to work for you, instead of having you work for it. But do not forget moving further that this achievement at the financial level is followed by even more success on the path. This is the reality of escorted shopping, walking around with a shopping cart, grabbing items that you fancy without ever having to turn your mind to cost. This is what it means to get into such a position where one no longer considers some costs as important, an exciting experience in life that tells one that they have arrived. When one can shop and travel as they wish, then it is not only speaking of financial ease, but when that is possible, it is the result of hard work and the ability to face life's challenges and come out victorious in personal development. Try to imagine that it felt like the time when you do not think twice before making that awesome weekend trip or dining in a fancy restaurant. This amount of financial liberty means that the money is not spent on things that are not essential, and it brings a whole lot more than mere value to people's lives. It is about making the time spent on this earth all that is fun and therefore living the best and happiest life possible out of the time given. This freedom thus affords further opportunities as we proceed with this journey, as will be seen in the next part. Investments that bring in more than the amount required to survive put you in an entirely different financial pool that most want to attain. Third income is no longer a mere financial necessity today and symbolizes personal development and resistance to change. 2. Can you just picture the liberation that comes with being of the opinion that your financial calendar has your back? For example, you can buy stocks that pay dividends or start an internet business. These are businesses that create income streams that would improve your quality of life. Aside from easing the burden, this extra income gives you the chance to follow a passion or dream that one thought was unattainable. It is now related to creating a better life in which worries of their finances have less hold on them and jobs are available. Let me remind you before we proceed to this journey towards financial fitness, no matter how small it is, every step that we take is writing the future. Having the kind of life you have always envisioned is one of the best ways to tell you are successful. This is a sign of self-fulfillment because deep down every person loves to see his or her childhood dreams come to a reality. Picture this. The things you have only dreamt of doing in the past, such as traveling around the world, writing your book, or beginning a charitable organization, are to turn into reality due to your efforts and ability to provide for yourself. This is not a change for purpose of grounding more milestones. It is a change to a better quality of life full of purpose and passion. For instance, if you have always wanted to travel, it is the time to make a well-planned trip that will not only let you explore different cities, but also let you interact with new culture and people. This process of awakening is a powerful one and can make you even more confident in your ability to accomplish any goal that is within your sight. The dreams are endless, so as we go through more, let us know that every dream achieved is just a step towards other dreams in the making. Healing is never simple or easy, but cutting loose what does not belong to your soul's well-being adds to personal development and peace. It was important to see that when they made their escape from the past, then that proved that they could step up to the plate for change. Could you please think about dropping some hatreds, remorse, and anxieties, and bang, you will feel like having less weight and more on what I want to do now and later on? This process might entail evaluation of one's personal experiences and understanding how they have made one what one is, but it is a process of forward-looking. For example, using diary entries to write down and cope with emotions and got rid of the negative ones is an amazing idea. By following this approach of thinking, people can create a better life and free themselves out of all the former problems that might bring disappointment. For those of you who keep reading the articles in this column week after week, know that every little step you take forward is a step further away from your past and towards a brand new day of infinite opportunities. Gather a vision of life in which you wake up to do things that make you full of energy and passion. It is not a vice to spend time on what you are passionate about. In fact, that is something that is necessary for three main components for personal growth and development: passion, perseverance, and pragmatism. When a person starts to care about the aspect of life that gives him or her joy, such as painting, hiking, or having good conversations, being healthy could mean that a person is making a positive change in his or her life. For example, let's imagine that every week a person spends an hour on something he or she is passionate about. It will renew the spirit and increase creativity. The self-actualization focus enables person to live life pressures differently, hence reducing pressure on challenges faced. So as we go further into this concept of self-actualization, bear this in mind. Happiness and striving for a brighter tomorrow is possible when we invest in the things that bring us happiness. Before moving to the next part of the discussion on indications that you are successful, there is the need to reflect on what has been discovered. However, every sign which I mentioned above is not only an indicator of achievement but also a call to act and change your life. Are you willing to say no to all the things you once did that keep you stuck in the past? Will you devote time for all that gives you energy and channel resources to where your heart desires are? These questions are critical at the moment you are stepping on the roads towards a better tomorrow. Yes, this is just the starting point. As for our next video, here is a list of more signs which will expand your experience in the process of self-discovery and financial freedom. Therefore, if you have enjoyed this content, do not forget to subscribe as well as tap on the notification bell. Let's continue this exciting journey together and unlock the life you've always dreamed of.